You have issues with your husband, you walk away.
Exactly. I always carry my bag, go to my family house
assuming,
for some
assuming
days.
you and your husband you live abroad, maybe in the US or UK, somewhere very far from Nigeria. Each time you get angry, what will you do? Will you book a flight and travel back to Nigeria to go and cool yourself in your family house?
I will get an hotel. Because yes, sir. I'll just leave the app.
All right, Madam IJ.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're supposed to meet earlier than this.
I'm so sorry I didn't call you on time. No, I had to just stay in my family house so that I can cool off because of what has happened in my marriage. That was why. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. So you said when you are calm that there's a lot of things you want to share with me concerning your marriage.
Yes,
okay, it will be so unfair for me to listen to only one side of the story. Yes. So I want you to also tell me everything and how it has been happening in the past years, and just tell me everything.
It's a long story actually. It all started at the beginning of my relationship with my husband. So when my husband took me to the family house that he wanted to marry me.
Yes.
At the beginning of the marriage, my in-laws, they did not accept me. They refused. They were not supportive of our marriage.
Why?
They say,
I
don't know. Maybe because of the tribal side, I don't know. But they were like, no, they wanted someone from their own side.
Okay.
Because my husband is a Yoruba man. Okay. And me, I'm from the east side. Okay. So they said no, that they wanted a Yoruba woman for my husband. So that was the thing. But my husband sincerely really loves me. So he kept on coming for me, tried to convince the family and all that. So because I saw how much love he has been showing me and he sincerely loves me, I decided to go to my family house to tell them what is happening, that look at what is happening, or that this man wants to marry me, or although he's from Yoruba side though, and the family said they don't want somebody from the east, but he has been supportive for the relationship and I also love him. So I spoke to my family and I convinced them. So finally at last they later listened to me and they accepted my husband too, that we should go ahead. So at the end of the day, my husband finally convinced his family too. They later accepted me. Okay. So we got married. The first year of our marriage, I didn't take in. It was later in the third year. So and before that time, my family member were always my in-laws.
Raise your voice a bit.
My in-laws were always disturbing me. You won't understand the stress, the pain. In fact, sometimes I'll just be whenever my husband go to work and all that, I'm always crying at home because of the insult that he used to give to me. That the first year of our marriage, I'm not yet pregnant. The second year, until later on, the third year, I now got pregnant. So when I got pregnant in the third year, at the end of the day, I later had a miscarriage. God, that now made, in fact, it now made my in-laws to now start, in fact, to hate me the more, that they've said it at the beginning of this marriage, that their son should not marry me. And now look at me now, that they told I've already gotten a miscarriage, that are they even sure this one can have a child for them and all that, I'll give them a grandchild. Okay. So they started disturbing me and all that. So it has not been easy for me, Mr. Roland, honestly, but because of the love my husband always showed to me, I still keep on, continue with the marriage, and I love my husband so much, honestly. So I really love my husband. But what really happened between I and Tracy? I offended my husband, no, honestly. If I knew, I wouldn't have allowed Tracy to come to my house. Let me explain to you what really happened. Since my husband, always go to work for like 6 months because he works in an oil company. Okay. So whenever he goes to work, before he will come, to be like 6 months, every 6 months and all that. Sometimes 5 to 6 months before he will come back home. So Tracy now called me. Tracy now called me and now told me that and she needed an accommodation and all that. So I just felt since I'm always lonely in the house, I need someone that can keep me company. And
don't you have friends?
I don't have friends though. I'm not the type that keep friends.
Don't you have siblings you can talk to?
No. See, most of my siblings are still in school and I'm older than them. You understand? So I can't really communicate to my siblings like when you have a friend that you can trust. And these days, friends are not really people that you can really trust. So I don't like to keep friends. Okay. The only person that even called me, Tracy was my old time friend. Even though that she called me, I didn't even want any friend around me. because I don't really trust people like that.
Okay.
That's the reason why I avoided friends. But when she called me and all that she's coming and all, so I was like, okay, since I'm always bored in the house and my husband used to be
She's
around.
coming to your house, and what actually, I want to, you're not, there are some things you're
When
not saying
she at first she called me that she's stranded, she doesn't have a place to stay.
Okay.
So I said, okay, fine. Okay, I now thought of the fact that since I'm always alone in this house, my husband always take like 5 to 6 months before he come back home.
Okay.
Let me just use this opportunity to bring her in so I can have someone that can communicate
to.
with. So I will not be bored in the house. That's how I now invited Tracy to my house. So
Without your husband's
without my
approval.
husband approval, honestly, that was the biggest mistake I made, Mr. Roland, and I regretted it till this very moment.
Okay.
In fact, she really shocked me, I won't lie. I am so disappointed in Tracy. Bringing her to my house now, the good I want to do has now turned to bad. She just told me she's coming to stay for a few months, of which I told her, please, my husband is coming. He used to come home every 5 to 6 months because he works in an oil company, of which I've told her. She didn't even give me 1 naira. Can you imagine, Mr. I did collect a dime from her. That is even what is even annoying me.
But hold on. But you know the kind of friends that you had. You know, you can't be friends with somebody for years and not know her behavior, her attitude, the kind of person that she is. You brought somebody and the way she dresses so tempting, so seducing, and you allowed her to stay in a. You know your friend very well. You have to be sometimes. You have to be very honest to yourself. Look at your friend, the kind of friend you brought to your husband's house. Look at your husband. Did you not feel like this thing is not, you are bringing, it's like bringing meat for dog, you know, going outside to bring meat for dog inside the house. I'm not saying that the husband is a dog, but I'm just trying to explain the story. You don't understand?
I understand,
So you, at the first, if I want to be very honest, you know, to you, you also play, you're also part of the reason why your marriage has been going up and down.
Yes, I agree.
So this your friend who told you he has been seeing them, and you believe that this your friend so much. Why do you not confront the Tracy?
At first, I comforted my husband.
Your voice is very low.
At first, I comforted my husband when my friend told me that he saw my husband with Tracy in an hotel. And my husband denied the whole thing. So I just felt, if I go and ask Tracy now, I don't want us to have issue. You know, I don't want to have issue there with my friend and all that, since I don't used to keep friends. So this is the only friend that I have around me that is keeping me company. So I just ignored the whole thing. I never even knew that my friend was actually telling me the truth until I find out that she was pregnant and all that. Although I'm not really sure if my husband is responsible for that pregnancy.
So if you find that the husband is responsible for the pregnancy, what would you do? What would be your action?
Sir, you want to be that now? I've lost my marriage. You don't know.
Why are you scared that you?
This is the opportunity you have given my in-laws now. The opportunity my in-laws will get to chase me out of the house. They don't want this marriage in the beginning. I just pray this girl is not pregnant for my husband. If not,
hold on. You had this, but I don't understand how you do things. You find out that somebody has been cheating with your husband. There's a feelings which you are not really comfortable with. Why do you not confront this girl? You're a woman, friend to friend. Tracy, what have you been doing with my husband? Have you guys been meeting? And then you just walk away, and it seems like each time you have issues with your husband, you normally take your bags and then you walk away. Why do you do that?
Because that's the only way it really works for me. Sincerely speaking, I'm the kind of person that have anger issue. Instead of me to be insulting my husband.
Hold on, I can't tell you. You know your voice is so low. People cannot hear you.
I'm the kind of person that have anger issue.
Okay, you have anger issue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, Mr. Roland, people like me, when we have anger issue, instead of us to start exchanging words with our husband, being abusive at home, fighting and all, it's better I just carry my bag, go to my family house, go and cool off. And it has been working for me all this
while. As a married woman?
Yes.
So when you have issues with your husband, you walk away?
Exactly. I always carry my bag, go to my family house.
Assuming you and your husband you live abroad, maybe in the US or UK, somewhere very far from Nigeria, each time you get angry, what will you do? Will you book a flight and travel back to Nigeria to go and cool yourself in your family house?
I will get an hotel. Because yes, sir. I'll just leave the apartment, leave the house.
You are part of the problem.
Sir, but that's the only way I can do my own anger.
You and your husband have issues. You have issues with your husband. Instead of you to stay there and fix it, you take your bags and walk away. and even bring somebody that is so, look at the girl, the way the girl shape is, look at the way the girl is. You leave the lady for your husband, and now this thing has happened. So you are part of it. Maybe you just, the only thing I will advise you to just expect the, unthinkable. Anything can happen. You just accept
please,
it.
Please don't blame me now. Don't be saying all this thing. Do you want me to feel bad and start crying in this place again? I don't like what you say, Why are you talking like this now?
It's okay. So, okay, no problem.
I don't want to lose my husband, no. Please, mine now. I will not be happy finally. They will throw me out on the streets.
It's okay, no problem. I have heard your own part of the story. I will let you know when. I will let you know.
Sir, please help me, please.
No,
please,
this.
I can talk to my husband. I don't know what to do. I just pray that day is not pregnant.
But your house is there now. You can easily go back.
Okay, that's what I will do, because I need to comfort that Tracy of a girl, because I didn't comfort her. I think that's a mistake I made, and I really gave her that girl chance to be sleeping with my husband. But this time around, what I will do to her if I see her, so let me see if Tracy truly is pregnant for my husband, I won't let them go free. I'm being honest here, because I suffer with that man when he had nothing. We both suffer together. I know that God has blessed him now. He's not working another company. He can just leave me like this because I don't have a child for him. No, I will not agree. So I will never agree. No. Something must happen.
All right, it's okay.